Hey everybody. Uh Tonight we're just gonna have some little bit of fun. I'm not gonna be on here very long, probably about an hour or so. And we'll put a link in the chat and see if anybody will come up in a little bit. Uh just let me get this thing set up over here. All right. Hey Bud Files, how you doing? Appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you. Um I need to get back over there and check out some of y'all's videos. I hadn't been in a few times since y'all put up some stuff and things, but I need to get back over there and check some of that out. But I do appreciate you coming in. We'll probably talk about my investigation that we did last night. I'm gonna wait till a few more people comes in. Maybe Vicky and Charlene and all them comes in, and May, right there she is. Did you watch the end of the game last night? No, I don't even get the game. I can't watch anything on our TV except for if it's I had to stream it through the other things. So we don't watch anything much. If it ain't on Roku, we don't watch it. But I saw the score this morning and I was just sad. I didn't even want to get out of the bed. I appreciate you coming in, May. I really do appreciate you so much for being here. But yeah, last night I'm telling you, we had a pretty good time. I did kind of get a little cold there towards the end, and went till we left, and um, I hadn't had a chance to listen to my recording today, so I will try to do it tomorrow when I get home from work, and and see how things went on it. But I hope we did catch some kind of voice or something. I know we probably caught a bunch of cars going by because they come through there like beat 50 last night. But I think my dad had a good time. He had something touch him on the back of the head, and I had something there and stuck his finger up in that old hole right there and touched my head. I don't know what it was, but I didn't like it. I mean, I didn't mind being touched, but I just don't like it like that. It's just like somebody standing there just tickling the top of my head. It's like that right there. So that was really weird, to be honest with you. Uh, we did see, well, Vic and them saw some mist earlier in the night, and we saw something there blocked out some of the on the left side of the screen. So that was really interesting. Uh, Before we got everything set up last night, we did have a cat toy going off in the background on that long pole that's sticking up in the ground, that long stump, and it was going crazy. Nobody's back there, nothing. We was standing up in front of it before I even cut the camera on. It was going crazy, and then as soon as the camera said live, it just quit. All of a sudden, just stopped. And I tried several times to see if there was a native spirit was there, Native American, but it wasn't there. It didn't do like it did the last time, so I guess it wasn't there. Um, but it did have some crazy stuff happening though. That's for sure. Let's see. Do you have anything that stuck out to you, May, last night from the show or investigation? Uh, it was really, very interesting last night. That was for sure. I mean, we couldn't ask for anything better. I mean, we could have got some better response on some things, but I think we did pretty good. Even Shaw Woman was there with us, and it said something to her about smoke. And I asked Shaw Woman, "So you smoking?" She said, "Yeah," and I thought that was pretty interesting. And then it said skull. Hey Neil, how you doing, buddy? Walking home from work. Oh, cool. Appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I gotta go back to work in the morning, so my weekends off is just goes by too quick. We did have a good time, good Halloween. We had a good time Thursday night with Shaw Woman on her channels. We carved pumpkins and things to do. Oh yeah, he heard some a lot of crazy stuff too going on. I was kind of hoping he would have paid a little bit more attention to the screen like he did the last time, but evidently he didn't get to see anything. Cause he normally sees some crazy stuff, you know. He's one that pays attention to a lot of stuff. I would have heard something. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. He pays a lot of attention to little details. He does. Uh, we was talking one day, and that's how he caught the faces at the bridge. Because we was talking one day about it. And he was telling me how he watches people's videos like that, and he said I don't pay attention to the person itself that much. He said he pays attention to the surroundings, and I thought that was pretty interesting. Hey, Wendy girl, how you doing? Appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much. Auntie Mama, thank you so much for coming in too. Also, all right, I got that in there. Appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much for being here. Sales place. Oh, let's see. Something else I was going to mention right quick while I was thinking about it. Um, I did mention the first time we got there, we had a cat toy going off. Uh, something else happened when we first got there before we started going live. Cat toy going off, and we actually heard a little bit of noise down in the woods. Sounded like something there was walking, but never did and might make its way up towards us. It didn't get real loud. It just like you can barely hear it, but you can hear it walking though. So I don't think it was anything, nothing more than like a squirrel or a rabbit or something. Uh, and the sucker was still there. I'm surprised that it's still there. Surprised the daggone squirrel didn't eat it or something else. Took off with it. But I picked it up when we left. I did pick it up and put it back on the log. So I figure it'll probably be back down on the ground by the time next time we get back there. So uh, I did put the link in the chat if anybody wants to come up and talk about some stuff paranormal wise. Uh, if you had experience, you can talk about the experience. That'd be pretty cool. An old 35 millimeter camera to take photos on the hunt. I I would if I had one, but I don't have one. Around here, you can't hardly find anywhere to get the films developed. Walmart don't really do it no more like they used to, and the CVS and Walgreens they got that machine up there where you do it yourself now. So that's but you can only do it like off your phone and stuff like that. I figured an animal would get the sucker. Yeah, I figured it probably would somewhere along the line. Probably a squirrel or uh, maybe a deer passing by might take a chance on sniffing on it. I used to take the throwaway cameras with us, but they don't do no good because you take a picture and you can throw it away. When do you get your pictures? I just ain't never went back and got on those. So, uh, heading to bed. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much, Auntie Mama. Thank you for coming in, hanging out with us. You have a blessed night. Yeah, we try to use the throwaway disposable cameras, but after you take pictures, it says throw it away, and that's what we done. I ain't seen no pictures on them yet. So digital still camera would work better than your phone. Yeah, I don't really take pictures on my with my phone. I don't take hardly pictures at all, not less if I feel like there's something over there that I need to take a picture of. Because I use my phone more for everything else than I do pictures. And plus, we got another person in our group that takes a lot of pictures, Michael, which he will be going with us this Thursday to a private location. And he'll bring his camera and he can snap 15 pictures within 2 seconds. I mean, we go to a place and do like a 2 hour investigation or 3 hour investigation. He'll have about 6,000 pictures he has to look through. So he's really pretty good with the camera and stuff like that. And that's the reason why we have him as our photographer. So he knows what to look for when he takes pictures and stuff. So he's been with us ever since our group been together, and we've been together for 5 years, and he's been with us for all 5 years. So he's like one of our oldest cop members that's been with the group the longest than any of them. Then of course, me and my dad, but we don't count. But, I did put the link up there in the chat if y'all want to pop in for a minute and talk about some different things. Uh, let's see what else. Oh, and Vicky and Shaw Woman and Joe all seeing some stuff blocking out the back corner of the left side of the screen last night. Um, Something there did block out the limb one time when I was looking through the camera because you can actually see it, and so that was really interesting. But I gotta go back and rewatch it to make sure that my eyes weren't playing tricks on me. So I'll be going back through that probably one day this week and listen to the recorder that we did for a little bit and see what we pick up off of that. So that will be very interesting too. Uh, let's see. What else did we get into? Oh, also we can tell the lights was getting dim outside. The moon was shining. It was actually almost full. It was just like a little bit to be all the way complete circle. And it was putting out a lot of light between them tree limbs. And you can see it in the ground. But if you stand there and stare at the back of down in the wood line and stuff, you can actually see the wood line getting dark and dark and dark, like something that's blocking out the light of the moon. So that was very, very wild. I don't know if you could tell it in the screen or not, but yeah, out in real life in person, you can tell it. Yeah, we went out last night. We went out about, I don't know, I think we got started about 8 o'clock or a little after or something like that, I believe. And we stayed for about 2 hours. Actually, no, it was actually seven something that we got there. I don't know because I know when we got home it was 10 o'clock. So yeah, it was about 8 o'clock. We stayed for 2 hours or something. So when I got Daddy home and got me home, it was about 10:15, 10:20, somewhere like that. But it was really, really cool. I enjoyed last night. Uh, then May, she had some things for me to look at, and I didn't get the chance to look at them today. I was actually going to go over and look at some stuff, and but I thought it was really neat though when it said smoke and said skull. I thought that was pretty cool. We didn't go Friday night. Friday night, see what was it? Me and my wife went out to eat for Halloween. We was going to go to the farm, but we decided we'd just go out to eat since since our nieces was going trick or treating. We just going to go ahead and go eat and come back home and chill out, and that's what we did. But Saturday night now we went out. I don't have no video clip. My phone, I dropped my phone today and broke the daggone thing. So it ain't broke bad. I got a little spot down there on the bottom and a little spot up on top, and you can see a little crease down the center of it. So I'll probably end up getting me another phone here soon. 'Cause I can't. It drive me batty. I can't stand that. Yeah, we went out. Let's see. Just tell me what time it was. We had 25 lights, 113 views. That's pretty good. I don't know if that was the first time we started. 'Cause we had to end the live and cut and do and start another live because that first live it wouldn't do right. Boom, Slang, how you doing, bud? Appreciate you coming in. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here. I did put the link in the chat if anybody wants to pop up. Just slide up from it, and if you can't reach it, I will put it back in there again. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. Pager went off. Let's see. All right, there's the link if you want to pop in. Tonight we're just talking, just to have fun, talking about my investigation last night. I don't have a guest on, so I don't have no really a topic. Just talk about the paranormal, pretty much. You're tired and lazy tonight. I understand that. I'm tired too. Yeah, me too. Hey, Shaw woman, how you doing? I hope you had a wonderful birthday yesterday. Thank you so much for being here. Like I said, we had a good. I had a good time over there carving that pumpkin out. That was pretty fun. I had an awesome time. I think it's the time change. Oh yeah, I know. I don't think I'm gonna be able to like this time. I like the slow, fast time. Time you get to work, and and then it would just be like over for you. Time you got there. Now it's gonna drag. Now it's gonna drag. It was fun. That's right. I'm still talking about it. Probably still be talking about it this time next June. But no, yeah, we like I said though, we're going to be working next year. Now we're going to start working on getting our passports and our plane tickets and get it all scheduled out. Then work on getting the our room and save up enough money so we have some little spending money over in the UK. So Liz looked like she was murdering her pumpkin. Yeah, she's so funny. The first pumpkin she was slaying. That was fun. That was fun. She had like a bag of red colored water inside. That was funny. That was funny. Yeah, passport, that'll be fun. I'm I'm hoping they don't take too long to come back because, to be honest with you, hoping we're gonna try to get them in January and maybe they'll come back in 1st of February, maybe, hopefully. This is my very first one, so I don't know what to expect. Get a proper picture made. Yeah, it don't matter what my picture looks like. It's gonna look like a prison photo anyway. M- my license that I had before this one was pretty decent picture, but this one here looks awful. Looked like I just sat there and he just snapped, just sat down and snapped. Didn't give me time to fix my hair or nothing. I appreciate that, Vicky. Thank you so much. Appreciate you coming in. I hope you're doing well. You didn't get a notification. Yeah, a lot of people don't get enough notification. I'm just I'm just talking about the investigation last night, so your hair. Yeah, he didn't give me time to fix my hair when I got my new driver license. He said, "Take your hat off," and my hair's all out of whack, and then he said, "Okay, smile." And I thought, "Why? How can I smile? You didn't let me fix my hair. I looked awful, all down in my eyes. I couldn't see nothing, and pitiful." Hey, Julie, how you doing? Appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see. I did say I was going to do a giveaway tonight, but it might be next Sunday. I got more time to get it all set up and everything like that. Can't sleep to 22 a.m. Well, good Lord. That is early in the morning. Ain't it? I tried to take a nap earlier today. We got out of church and went to the farm and got us something to eat. And then we came to the house and I laid down and I think I slept for about 2 hours. I got up, couldn't go back to sleep. I've been laying in bed and wide awake, watching videos and stuff, and that's about it. We've been trying to. I've been me and my cousins trying to figure out what we need to get done for our. We're going to try to do a fundraiser this year. Uh, Help out with the group with some equipment and stuff, and get some new stuff in and things like that. So we've been working on that, trying to get some stuff thought of and figured out, and see how that goes with us. Um, Me and my dad and Michael will be going uh, Thursday night to a private location to help out to see what we can do, and we're going to go a little deep in depth of investigation and things like that. So we probably will end up being up there. We're going to try to get started around about 4 o'clock because I've got to work on Friday and I don't want to be out too late. So we're going to start about 4, and hopefully it'll take us about 2 hours, but maybe however long it really takes us, and we'll try to set something up for that. And but that's really the only thing we've got coming up this week or next week. Me and my dad might go out next weekend again and go to the big cemetery up there, do a day video at the cemetery, and then we might go one of them weekend night. I mean, yeah, weekend nights. We might go to the family cemetery and shoot a video and put it up for people to watch. So hopefully we will get that taken care of for the next couple of weeks. Hey, Shaw woman, hit that link up there I put in chat and come on up, holler at me for a little bit. I won't be on here very long. We'll be on here at about 10:15. It's 9:30 here, so because I probably won't be on here long if we don't get anybody to come up or anything. 'Cause I got to go to work in the morning, and I just wanted to. Did your dad do okay after last night? Yeah, he did good. I talked to him. Let's see, sometime this morning. I can't remember when it was. I think it was before. I believe it was before I went to church this morning. When I called and talked to him. I can't remember. That's okay. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm just trying to figure out some things to talk about. I don't have nothing else to talk about much, really. Last night, Pop kept looking over his shoulder again, just like the last time you were there. Yeah, it was really different from the last time I think when we was there. I didn't even take a picture of it. It's out there on the carport. I'll go get it in a second. Matter of fact, let me do that now. I will cut my camera off. Okay, I'll be right back. Let's chill out for 1 second. Here we go. This is my pumpkin that I did. So he also got his hat. So that was very interesting to do, that's for sure. All right, let's see. So he claims he never called a pumpkin before. Yes, his was perfect. Mine wasn't either perfect. And that's my very first one. Wait till you see this pumpkin. Maybe I'll think of something for Christmas. Oh yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be very interesting. Yeah, I think maybe bought a pre-card one. I don't know if you can buy one like that around here. Perfect round. Hey, I spent some time at the local uh produce place up here. He had a whole bunch of them out there. Some of them look lopsided and everything. That's perfect. You must have some. No, I had to beat my knife in there a couple of times to get the top cut out of it. Call him George. Yeah, I'm scared of him now, knowing how well he can. That's funny. But yeah, it took me a while to get that thing cut because that thing was it wasn't thick. I was kind of shocked though when I got it opened up and there wasn't nothing really inside of just a big old hollow. Just got a few little things hanging around in that little nasty, slimy stuff. I thought it was gonna be packed plumb full, but it was just really hollow and it wasn't nothing that ordinary in there, just and it wasn't just in there. It was just all it was stuck to the bottom. You had to pull it, and you try to get it out, and it slides out of your fingers, and it was just yucky. Surprised me and bought mine. So it was but he was so sweet on that. Oh yeah, that was cool. Just, I mainly just used one knife. Well, I did too. I had two with me, but I figured that one that like a bread knife. I figured that might have been done. Very nice, Mr. Cross. I appreciate that. What was the name of the channel again? I dropped the link. Uh, you tell the Shaw woman. I can't remember to save my life. Cutting it was the hardest part. The cutting off the top. Yeah, that was the hard part. Getting that uh first cut into that pumpkin. That was the hardest part. And that was for sure. I used two knives. Next year I do something more detailed. Hey, I think you've done a good job. That was pretty cool. Who what? Let's see something right here for a minute. Y'all check this out. Let's see if we can get it to glow up. Ain't that cool? That's pretty cool, ain't it? Coolest thing since slice of bread. Boy, that thing is cold. Let's see, where did I drop off at? Right there. Since I bought this goofy knife set. Yeah, spare pants. Yeah, pretty good one. Welcome in, Joe. Thank you so much for being here, bud. George's. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I had fun. That was a good time. I enjoyed it. I know I didn't talk a whole lot, but I don't like to talk a lot. Paranormal avatar is a pair of jeans. Sounds like a kitty cat's never turned the house down, especially the baby cat. Okay, yeah, you and Joe were kind of quick, kind of quiet. My bad. Can't hardly read now. I'm getting a little sleepy fed. Yeah, getting a little sleepy fed. Yeah, my cat just down the hall. Joe had a good one. X's for eyes and a disc golf disc stuck in its head. That was funny. The eyes weren't big enough. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool though. It was really good. There's the link. Uh, there's the link to the. Is that the video or is that the channel? Go check it out. You'll see us. It wasn't very long. It was a pretty cool show though. To sleep. Okay, appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. So, Mom really likes yours, Joe. And yeah, I didn't have a bright enough light in there. Oh yeah, it did. It showed up pretty good. I thought I could see it really good. I think that's the video. Okay. All right. That's the video then. So go check that out. If ones that hadn't checked it out, and you will like it, and you will see it. I don't know. I ain't never done a gourd. You make a birdhouse out of it. I ain't never done a gourd though. I don't know nothing about those. A bit too small. Yeah. But it was so cute and round, Joe. Lopsided one. It took me a while to figure out which pumpkin I was wanting. I was wanting an orange one. I didn't want one that was had knots all over it, and didn't want one with a flat side on it. It took me a while to shop for my pumpkin. I only gave $3.99 for it, so I guess I couldn't ask nothing no better. Side and his foot on the other. Yeah. If I could get butterscotch in there set in my pumpkin with a hat on his head, I would take a picture of it. I think it would be pretty cool. But he won't sit there long enough for me to do that. He would. And if I had Barnaby still, if he was still alive and he was sitting there, he'll eat the pumpkin before I got the picture to it. Yeah, he'll eat the pumpkin before I ain't got the picture to it. And I thought, you boy, Nala must be slinging him around, picking him up, throwing him in the air, and slinging him around because you hear him hollering in there. "Meow." Creepy last night when the spirit box said, "Yeah, school." Yeah, after I pointed that green spot out. Yeah, that was so cool. And also, when it said smoke, and I asked, and all thing that popped in my head, asked Shawan, I said, "You smoking?" She said, "Yeah." That was kind of creepy too. That was creepy. That was creepy. But it was kind of wild though, cause all y'all saw something there in the back there in the back and everything. So that was very interesting. I hadn't went back and looked at it yet today, but I probably will one day this week, at least up till Wednesday. I'll be off Wednesday and I can check it out then and and listen to the recorder that we done like last night too. I didn't listen to that today neither. But it was, excuse me, y'all. But it was a pretty cool, interesting investigation. I enjoyed it. My dad, I think he about fell asleep. He was sitting over there. I think he was getting a little cold, and I think he actually fell asleep. And he was ready to get to the house after the first 45 minutes to an hour went through. He was ready to go back to the house. But he really enjoyed it though. Like I said, he has good times and everything. Anything else did y'all see in the video last night? Anything y'all want to try to figure out, talk about, or anything? I just want to know why it is always happens like this. When you ain't got the camera running, everything goes crazy. As soon as that thing says live, it just stops. Looks like all the lights, the cat toys will stop, the K2s will stop. Uh, the responses on the spirit box will slow down. Wouldn't come through as it was before we went live. Because me and my dad was there for about 20 minutes putting everything out before we went live, and everything was going crazy. He sure jumped up fast when it touched him on the head and back. Yeah, he don't like to get touched that much. I think it creeps him out just a little bit. It don't really bother him. It just creeps him out just a little bit. But it kind of made me feel funny when that stuck his finger up behind my hat like that and started tickling my scalp right there because it was really hard feeling like there was actually somebody standing behind me in real life and poking my head right back there. And I thought, now that's just a little bit weird. And I turned around and looked and shined a flashlight up. There wasn't no tree limbs around me nowhere. So the sapling tree that was there, it was on back further where I was standing from, so it couldn't hit me in the head with a limb or nothing. And we had a lot of head clearance around there, so there wasn't nothing touching us in the head. And that was hard to explain right there. And we did have something there falling out of a tree at one time. I don't know what that was, but it didn't sound nothing like it was the last time we was there when I mentioned about the native spirit. It sounded like everything's falling out of trees and all this stuff. But this time only one thing hit the ground from a tree right beside where we was at, and it was really wild. There you go. Never never tell the ghosties you're going live because they don't want no one knowing they're there. Yeah, next time I'll try to keep it on the hush hush. But sometimes they'll act crazy. But last night they just wouldn't do it. Before we went live, I mean, like I said, Cat Toys was going off like crazy 2 or 3 times. And after it runs its first cycle around, after you set it down, it's gonna do its first cycle. And as soon as it quit, I started walking back to the crossover the log that we was working at, and the light went off. So I appreciate you coming in, Skinner. Thank you so much for being here. But yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy, crazy, crazy. Let's see, something else that talking about being working on the land like tree logging and stuff, like lumberjacks type deal. That was pretty interesting because they must have used to log some of the logs they cut off the land and build that building up there. So that was pretty interesting. And I figure something will probably end up eating the sucker later down the road. I did when we left. I did pick it up, put it back on the log where I laid it at the last time. There was a light mist of fog type looking thing that was standing by the smaller tree. Yeah, I remember y'all was talking about that. I think Vicky them and Shaw and them said it was like leaning up against a tree or something other at one time. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Uh, I'm trying to think of what else that we had going on last night. Darker than dark shadow. Yeah. Didn't something there block out the like a tree limb right there on the left side of the screen at one time? Y'all mentioned that was something that I'm gonna be looking at too. I did see something or block out something though, but I can't explain it. I have to go back and watch it and make sure I seen what I saw. Part of a branch. Yeah. Yeah. I remember that. Hey Face, how you doing? Appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much for being here, bud. We're gonna be getting off of here in a little bit anyway, so uh, I don't know what made me so doggone sleepy. I couldn't sleep while ago. I was laying on bed, just laying there. But now I can't stay awake. Woodman's dad said I started having feeling he had built a cabin, and he said yeah, and I said had seen or felt a cabin in he been investigating. Yeah, it was really wild last night. That was also another good one. And like I said, we was right there right where I guess they made when they had the stables at because we had uh, a water spigot right there. That was there. I guess when they had water run down into the woods to the stables. I just felt there was a cabin built near that area. Well, you was right. I don't know if they probably used that till they built a house or something else. And cattle, yeah. So yeah, that was very interesting. I still got to figure out if there was any type of burial site on that property somewhere. Not less they are up there around that church. It could be somewhere or another. I don't know which church will be the oldest, the one that's on the upper road or one on the main highway over there. I have to do some research on that, see where these people were buried at that lived there, and figure out we can see if we can't do something there. Log building behind John where he was standing. Yeah, it was probably wasn't even about 20 yards away from us. Couldn't see it for all the uh stuff hanging down from the trees, all the vines and grapevines and muscadine vines and uh, what the other kind of vine hangs around in the trees. Can y'all believe we've been on here just almost an hour already? Pretty cool. But we will give away a K2 meter. So if anybody that wants to participate in that one, we will be doing it next Sunday for sure. Uh, when we get more people in here, I don't want to do it like now because it ain't but six, and I want to have a pretty good little crowd in here. But I will put their names in, but they ones that come here just for the giveaway won't get their name in it. But ones that comes here hangs out with us a lot, they'll get their name in. I'll figure out something or how to do it more, make it more interesting for the people that stick with us and stuff like that, and not just coming in for the giveaway, 'Cause I can stay up a little bit later next Sunday, and I won't have to worry about going to work on Monday because I have Monday off. Let's see here. Well, it's 3 minutes till 10, so I guess I'll just go ahead and lock her on down here. So, thank y'all so much for being here, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Hope y'all have a wonderful, blessed night and have a good start of y'all's weekend. I mean, y'all's week. And probably won't go live in the morning. I don't know yet. It's going on how I feel when I get up in the morning and um, things like that. So, hope y'all have a wonderful, blessed night, and I will see y'all on the next one. I used a desk lamp. Let's see. I used a desk lamp. I won. I won from you a lot. Oh, you do? You still got it and using it? That's pretty cool. That's probably cool. So, I mean, is it still working good? That's day one because I think it had a life expectancy on them, or so many times they run. I think that's pretty neat. In case you do. Okay, I appreciate that, Siobhan. Thank you so much. So thank y'all so much for being here. Appreciate each and every one of you, and I will talk to y'all on the next.